Hey guys, it's me. It's a beautiful day today, as you can see. So, I think today I'm going to do an oil change on the 96 powerstroke dually. So, let's go check out what supplies we have. Alright, let's see. First, we got our oil, fuel filter, oil filter, my sustenance. I buy those Mountain Dews for like 98 cents when they're on special. I buy about 6 of them. I just drink out of those since it's just me here. It's a lot better deal than getting a 20 ounce every day. So yeah, there's oil filters. There's more oil. There's more oil. And there's more oil. And 2 drain pans. That's right. This engine takes, it's either 14 or 15 quarts of oil at an oil change. So I'm going to do a little video today of the process. It's pretty straightforward. Nothing unusual on these really. These have the filter mount on the bottom like the older 7.3s. There's some differences in the 90, what they call the old body style, which this is, and then like the 94.5 up through the 97s than the later versions, but nothing major. But I'll lead you through it and show you what you're going to have, and we'll go from there. Hey guys, just want to make another little clip here. I'm going to put in with the oil change clip, just kind of tell you about the oil and the oil change intervals on one of these power strokes, and there's some important things that you need to know about one of these. First off is you need to use the right oil for these. What I have here is the Superduty Motorcraft oil. This is the only one that's recommended by Ford. Now that's that, but any good diesel oil that meets the specs. This is CJ4. Let's look on the back here. This is the API service. Actually is CJA4/SM CI4 plus. Talks about ultra low sulfur engine specs and things like that. But basically the thing you need to know about a power stroke is that you do not need to use conventional oil in one of these, like just plain Haviland or whatever the oil you usually use in a gasser, because these engines use the injectors in these engines are electronically controlled, and they fire by exceedingly high oil pressure. There's a small oil pump. It's not the main oil pump that's in the bottom, but there's another small oil pump in this engine that is specifically used to fire these injectors, and I think at full load, full RPM, that thing's pushing somewhere around like 36 pounds per square inch oil pressure to those injectors. So usually about 5,000 miles on the correct oil is about all you want to go on one of these, because those things will that pump will shear the molecules in the oil, and there's no putting that back together. Once it's broken down, it's broken down. So it's imperative you do that, and it's probably not going to blow the engine up or anything like that if you run it past it, but it sure as heck's not doing it any good, because it can cause running issues, drivability issues, starting issues, just because the oil's either the wrong oil or the wrong viscosity or what have you. So you need to keep the right oil in one of these and keep it changed on time, because it's just vital to it. It's got the turbos, you can see, it's just really hard on oil. I mean, they're a tough engine, but that's, it's nothing to keeping this done. I mean, I got this oil at Walmart, they carry it. You can use like Dello or Rotella or something like that, but just don't go using like Walmart special oil or Quaker State regular gas engine oil or something like that, because not trying to be smart, but if you can't afford to put the right oil in one of these and the right filters and what have you on time, you don't need to own one, because they just have to have it. So Of course, I got a Motorcraft filter. As most people know by now that are internet savvy, Motorcraft doesn't make those filters. That's usually like a Purelator, but it's a good filter. Probably the same with the Fuel filter. So, but anyway, I just wanted to just go through that with you. That you need to. It's just important on one of these. If you want to keep it running a long time, you need to keep the oil changed on it. Keep the right oil in it. Okay, let's get in there and get her changed. Okie doke, we're under the left side of the truck here, and a little hanger thing there, I don't know what that is. There's the oil pan. You can see there's your oil filter on the left side, and that's a 3/4 inch bolt head, so just use your choice of, I use a socket on it. I don't like to use wrenches, but either one will work fine. Just go ahead and loosen her up. Notice I wiped this off, but I noticed that this plug had a little bit of drippage on it, just a slight drip there. Looked like one drop hanging off of it, so don't know if it's gonna need a seal on it, but something to watch. And of course I got my big drain pan and then my other drain pan under here in case. I hope all the oil will go into those two. If not, I'm gonna have to do something else. Alright, let's get her drained out and get the filter changed. Oil is draining. Well guys, this has not so far been one of the neater oil changes I've done. I got the filter off, and as you can see my rubber nitrile gloves I was using. You can also see what happened to me. Wow. So take a little break and get cleaned up a bit, and I'll be back at this. See ya. Okay guys, well, recover from the traumatic experience of dropping the oil filter under there. Be sure you have a good grip on that filter, because it holds 2 quarts of oil in there. I just use the new oil to pre-fill this one so I don't have a dry start. Also lube the O-ring, which is not really an O-ring, it's just a bevel ring you technically call this. So yeah, just watch that oil filter when you're taking that off, because that thing's heavy. It went kablooey right on me. So, and also note that these are 5-quart containers of oil. They're not the 4-quart like the other ones you get at the parts store normally. So take that in consideration also. Try not to overfill it. So okay, I'm going to get the filter back on and start putting oil in it, and I'll catch up with you then. Okay guys, got all 14 quarts of oil in this thing. That's what these take with filter change. So let's give her a whirl and see if she runs. Okie dokie. All she wrote.